And we're live.
We're live?
We're 100% live and direct right now.
Okay,
I see it.
welcome, folks. Welcome, welcome. First off, man, I think there's an elephant in the room, and I think we gotta address
Oh,
it.
100%.
So look,
100%. I want to address a
look,
lot of things, man. I heard
yeah,
you talking a lot of things the past couple of weeks here. I wasn't going live because I was just taking care of business as usual, just making
yeah,
sure everything's just well taken care of.
sure, yeah.
And you were running your mouth.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
I saw the
Zero clue.
thumbnails, I saw the titles. Everybody comments on my videos now saying,
What do they say?
they just talk about water for some reason.
What do you mean? Why would they talk about water?
Yeah, I have no clue, to be honest
Could
with you.
it
I actually have no clue why they're
could it
talking about
be?
that.
And this is just a suggestion.
Uh-huh.
Could it be because of like my pro hydration campaigns? Look, man, I don't know if you're aware of this, but me, I like to say highly hydrated. So I've been encouraging, people to stay hydrated as well,
Yep,
because we
right.
all know what happens when you're not hydrated. So,
Right.
yeah, man, no, I've just been spreading a message of kind of
Yeah,
love
but
and
like
peace.
I'm talking about like you were telling them I'm in the hospital because I'm dehydrated and my mom was calling me, telling me, "Hey, are you okay? Because I heard you're in the hospital." I'm like, "Who said that?" She's like, "Brendan in a live stream." I'm like, "Okay. I see how it is. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good."
Okay, I want to apologize. I don't know if she sees this, but if she does,
Oh
I'm
man,
sorry.
she actually called me in the middle of the night. She's like, "Are you okay? Is everything good?" Because Brendan is. I'm like, my goodness, this guy's not gonna stop, man.
Yo,
Just
when
to
you
let
told
everybody
me,
know the million viewers we got right now. Um, just to let you know, this guy was running a campaign. I'm okay. I'm alive and well. Just been, as usual in France, just getting more and more information, much needed information, and uh, this guy drinks a lot of water.
water.
That's for
Oh
sure.
yeah,
That's for sure. So
100%.
100%,
Yeah.
man.
I'm glad you're finally sticking to facts.
I want to welcome our new addition to the team,
Yeah.
Moon Boy.
It's a great addition.
It is a great addition, man. My sister actually got this for me, and she really wanted to give me this just so I can get you jealous for once. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
even great because if you turn it around, it's actually even.
This is where I put all the billions of dollars in coins, right here,
Yeah.
just to save it up.
Just
And
looking
yeah,
for
man.
your McDonald's checks for before.
Yeah, it's just
I gotta get my one too for mine.
yeah, exactly. So, anyways, man, guys, thank you for being a part of this. Appreciate
Yeah.
you. We got New York. What is the name? New York Scotty. Where'd you say you could stick with Sama for great percent gains? Look, man, this guy's just getting straight to the point.
Kraken.
Cracking.
Kraken has 10, 12% APY, no lockups, paid bi-weekly.
Right.
Kraken.
Okay. There you go. Alex is laughing. So,
Oh,
anyways, yeah, man.
well, look, guys, look, we actually have a lot of important stuff to talk about.
Balzac's
um,
saying we love you, Mess, and sorry that Brendan got mom worried. Oh,
I'm
Brendan's gonna
sorry
get his
too.
ass beat,
I'm
guys.
sorry too.
He's just in a different city right now. We would have met in the parking lot 100%. But anyways, man, how are you doing,
Look,
man?
man, at the end of the day, I want to apologize for um alarming people,
Uh-huh.
but I was alarmed myself. All right. I was alarmed myself by your lack of hydration. And so
Yeah, I
I
appreciate that.
just I just want the best for you. I just want you to be healthy. I want you to be hydrated. And I hope one day you can drink as much water as I
I aspire to be, man. I
see.
actually
That's
aspire to
the
be.
first time we ever saw you drink water on live stream.
Do you have watermelons though and bananas?
That's
I don't
not
think you do.
that's not water though. That's a
That
cop out.
that's a lot of water.
See, you're trying to spread misinformation. Just because it's watermelon doesn't mean it's water. I'm out here drinking water, not watermelons. Okay, that's it. That's enough for me. I just want to get my point of view across. I stick to the
Appreciate it.
facts.
I appreciate your concern. I
Okay,
appreciate where you're coming from and
but
Bitcoin.
let's talk about.
What's
Should we talk about something important?
no, I think hydration was the main thing, man.
Yeah.
What do you got, man? I know you were telling me about some percentages. You did some quick maths on the inside, and what did you come up? What did you come up with?
Yeah, guys, look. So while me and somebody like joke around, obviously it's all we're friends and stuff, but
We're not
right
friends.
now, no, we're not.
No.
This is breaking news to me. See, folks, water divides. This is why you got to stay hydrated. Because if you're dehydrated, you'll start to get jealous of those who are hydrated. And so we saw it right now,
Yeah.
folks. Let's talk about what's important here. I see Osama saying hello. My Satoshi saying sup, boy, sup, everyone. So look, in all seriousness, we do have some important stuff to discuss here. Bitcoin is quite concerning. And so while it is a bit of a funny transition to go from talking about to something super, super serious, let's attempt to transition here. Because, guys, I'm very concerned about Bitcoin. And in fact, I'm so concerned, I have been extremely begrudgingly practicing risk management. And I've been moving substantial portions of my portfolio into stablecoins.
AKA
A lot of
panicking.
stuff. Yeah, sure. A lot of stuff you've been selling at a loss. And the reason why I'm doing that is because Bitcoin is getting macro bearish confirmation on multiple. We've had a weekly candle close below the 50-week EMA and 55-week EMA. This has never happened. This is bearish confirmation that could drive the price downward. If you go to the daily, we've had a daily candle close on a new lower low. This is bearish confirmation. Things could go down further. Also, if we look here at Glassnode, you can see that there's actually been a sudden spike of Bitcoin entering exchanges. So there's more supply, there's less demand, there's bearish confirmation. The recipe exists for Bitcoin to drive below $30,000. Okay, well, I want to get your idea, your thoughts on how things, how you're looking at things moving forward. Ultimately, personally myself, I do think that the state of the market is unknown, and until we have a better, clear sense of what the macro price structure is and the next major macro direction, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to the market, because we could have a recovery, but if we do, there'll be signs of a recovery. We haven't seen the signs yet. In fact, every sign is pointing towards further downtrend.
100%. Look, man, at this point, we blew up. That's how I'm thinking about it. We did blow up. Bitcoin got to the mainstream. Everybody's talking about it. We're there, right? Not anymore. Google's trends showing apparently Bitcoin searches or anything related to crypto is at all-time low. We got to the mainstream, and now regulations came in, governments came in, banning came in, and everything is just at this point, I feel like, regardless of what the price is, not until we actually get some of these regulations out of the way, not until we actually get Binance, fully operating in a legal way or regulated way, not until we know what's happening in the US in terms of the SEC and if Bitcoin is an actual asset or no, what stable coins now and all that, all these discussions, the SEC till today, they're not decided. So we have no clear picture of what's happening with crypto in terms of the government. Regardless of what's happening in the price action, if that can you not drink with your pinky up, man? You're so pretentious. Why is your pinky up? It
I'm
doesn't
sorry, go
have to
ahead.
be up.
Go ahead. No, because if you're gonna do something, you do something great, and that's just something I do. You might not be used to that, but that's something I accept about you.
Anyways, so that's what I'm talking about, man.
But go ahead.
No
Yeah,
matter what happens, even if Bitcoin goes back above the 30K and it hits the 40, whatever, it's not going to be sustainable until we get some regulatory clarity. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. So there's bigger guys in the equation now. We've seen a couple of days ago. I don't know if you guys, watched the video we put out, which if you didn't, go watch it. It's Twitter and Facebook are in the market right now. It's much bigger than we think it is, and it's being hush hush on the low, and you need to know about it. And no matter what happens with Bitcoin, if regulations are not out of the picture, it's not sustainable. In my opinion, we're not going to continue to go up. Everybody's eyes right now is on the government, the SEC, China, UK, and that's it.
man. Look, you've been making some great videos about kind of adoption stuff that's going on with Twitter and Facebook, and this all goes towards the fundamental nature of the market. And the fundamental nature of this market is sound. Fundamentals are fantastic. Technology improving, EIPs, Cardano, smart contracts. Over the long term, fundamentals matter. Over the course of years, fundamentals drive price action. But over the course of weeks and months, maybe a year or two, price action is king. And folks, not only are we seeing nothing but bearish confirmation on the charts and off chart with Bitcoin now starting to enter exchanges, but we're also seeing stock market weakness. The Nasdaq index QQQ is coming down. S&P index coming down. The Dow Jones coming down. We're seeing all-around weakness with the stock market and strength with the dollar. We're seeing some bullish divergence above the trend line. We still haven't put in a local higher high, but it's primed to see continuation. So we're seeing dollar strength, stock market weakness, Bitcoin entering exchanges, and bearish confirmation on high time frames. Everything is here for us to see further bearish confirmation. And look, man, historically speaking, I've been very confident on this channel about the direction of this market. Because when we first started this channel, we were first entering a new cycle. So crypto is historically moving cycles. Because when we started, we're in the precipice of beginning a new cycle. I was highly confident of the bull run because we were entering a cycle. Right now, I don't think anyone has deserved confidence because there's no clear macro direction. We're just in sideways moving range showing weakness. So for me, man, if we were to go back into a bull market, there would be super clear signs. We would start making higher highs, higher lows, flipping major resistance and support. We haven't done any of that. In fact, it looks like we could go into a bear market. So until things are much more clear, until the state of the cycle is much more clear, if we start going back into a bull market, there will be signs of that. If we start going into a true bear market, there will be signs of that. Until the macro direction is more clear, does it really make sense to keep making guesses of what the direction is until the direction is clear? No. We still haven't left this range. In fact, every sign is pointing towards us breaking down further. Stock market weak, dollar strong, supply increasing, volume dropping, bearish confirmation, weekly, daily closes, stupidly bearish.
Yeah. And so, man, if you actually, sorry to cut you off, but if you actually look at it, even from we've been uptrending straight up, higher highs the whole time, higher lows the whole time since September 2020, right? And that actually took us to get all the way to the top a good, 221 days, right? Right now, we've been actually downtrending, just like going all the way down for 99 days, so almost like close to half of the time of the uptrend. So even in terms of how high and low we go up in terms of percentages, we also got to take into account how much time it actually took for us to peak in terms of an uptrend, and right now how much time we've been in that downtrend. And we need to understand that's been actually almost what here we have since April, right? April, May, June, July, and we're getting to the end of July. So a good 3 months right now of downtrending. And for us to see any kind of reversal, we got to take into account this time frame that we actually had. And my camera just turned off. And we got to keep that in mind. We got to keep in mind time frames here. I think time frames are actually important. And I think the next couple of months, everybody has to be patient. 2-3 months actually would put us at a good 6 months of downtrending with Bitcoin, which... It's crazy how time flies, man, because things actually go pretty quick.
Dude, 100%. And I'm very glad you brought up time frames. Great transition for what I have prepared. So if you don't mind, man, I'd maybe like to take a second to go into some cycle analysis. Folks, let's assume the worst case scenario. Let's kind of try and think about how these cycles can move moving forward. So I did a few things here, and people can see, by the way. No? Okay. All right, so folks, look. I think Messin, go drink some water.
Yeah, I will.
So guys, look. I did some cycle analysis that hopefully we can take a second to go through. So I took the average of the previous 2 bear cycles and got an average of 395 days for the bear cycle. So if we assume the worst case scenario and measure from the all-time high, 395 days, let's see here, do semi-clip. 395 days would place us basically mid-May 2020. So if we assume the worst case scenario, if you believe the cycle bottom, if you go into a true bear market, If daily candles closing below 30,000, we could go in downtrend. You got to stop distracting me here until May 2022. Also, let's assume you did buy the dip now. We've retraced 56% from all-time highs. Well, I did. I pulled out my measuring stick here, and I measured previously from previous cycles all-time highs. If you bought a 56% retracement from all-time highs, how long did it take you where you can kind of consistently be in profit? And so the average amount based off the two previous cycles is 697 days. That's what it takes for you to be in profit after buying a 56% retracement from the all-time high. So if you are buying the dip now, based off the previous cycles, you could expect to be consistently in profit 700 days from the all-time high. Also, bear markets I found typically retrace to the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement. Typically retrace an average of 85.5%. And we also spent an average of 198 days at the bottom of the cycle. So, folks, I think what's maybe important here is kind of the 786 Fibonacci retracement. I showed Mess in this, and this is actually super, super interesting. So, typically, based off the kind of arguably 3 cycles, if we bust out Fibonacci retracement during the bear cycle, that's where we retraced. So, look at 2013. From the bottom of the high here, during the bear cycle, we retraced to the 786. From the bottom here, the top of 2014, in the bear market, we retraced to 786. And if we draw Fibonacci retracement from the bottom of the 2015 bear market to the top, where did we retrace in the bottom? Around the 786. So moving forward, we know that we retrace an average of 85% during a bear market, and typically around the 786. So worst case scenario, I do think Bitcoin could bottom out between 9,000 and kind of 20,000, and are likely to top in the bear market to go to May 2022. So could we see if we do enter a true bear market? When will the bear market end? I do think kind of May 2022 from $9,000 to $20,000 is where Bitcoin could bottom out if we do enter a true bear market. And look, I know I was kind of jumbled there with my wording, but hopefully, the solid points there got across. So let me know what you think, man. Do you have any? Does it make sense to you at all? Or,
I guess like just to give us an idea of where we're sitting at the previous market cycles. Yeah, it does make sense. And like the past couple of cycles we had, this is how much we dropped. First time, second time, third time. This is where we're sitting at right now. And expect if you're comparing to the previous cycle and you're giving that account, or you're giving it the weight it deserves, then we're probably just not done with retracing, basically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. And also just to maybe for the summarize here, if we lose 30,000, if we get daily candles closing below 30,000, folks, there's not a lot of support below us. Next major support is 24,000, then 20,000. But again, based off of this analysis, based off time per average drawdown and Fibonacci retracements, I do think May 2022 between $9,000 and $20,000 is likely to be the next cycle bottom. And if we start dropping below 30,000, probably gonna happen.
No, 100%, man. And there's a lot of fear right now in the market. So regardless of how much we actually try to, make it sound better or whatever the case might be, there's fear in the market. It's pretty clear. And that's what we need to expect. I mean, what are your, I guess, bullish scenarios right now?
Look, man, bullish scenario, let's examine 2013, 2014. This is the best case scenario. So 2013, 2014, right? We experienced a kind of lull in the middle here. So from this top to arguably the bottom, I don't really consider this bottom. It's kind of a flash crash. But basically the bottom of the retracement, arguably, I do think this is more helpful because this is when prices are going back up, was around 96. All right. So roughly 3 months. So if we are to act somewhat like 2013, 2014, I think we got to start coming up here sooner rather than later, because we've basically been downtrending the same amount we did back in 2013. Again, kind of 95 days. That's 98 days is what we've retraced so far. So we are to go back into a bull market similar to 2013, 2014. I'd say this month, next month, we got to get bullish. If we don't get bullish this month, next month, the likelihood that we could go into a true bear market where we have a year and a half of correction consolidation, average of 395 days, vastly increased. So if we get daily candles closing below 30,000, we could enter a true bear market. If we don't start going back up this month, within a month, within maybe 2 months, at least start trending back up, vastly increases the likelihood that we could enter a true bear market, or something new, something completely new could happen, and the cycle analysis is less relevant. And look, man, there are fundamental reasons to be bullish. Fundamentals that technology never been better. The longer you're willing to wait, the likelier you are to eventually be right. But in the short term, price action is shit. Based off the price action, it's ready to see further downtrend.
Yeah, and that's, I think, main thing we actually need to talk about, even if we're talking about technicals and price action, the chart. Like you'll see here, once we're uptrending, and you're looking at the MACD, for example, it just as like a signal, right? It's just something to gauge where the next momentum is actually going to push us to. When we're in an uptrend overall, in my opinion, and overall, arguably, you can easily argue against that, but every time we have some sort of momentum push to the upside in terms of the MACD itself. So every time we're green in the MACD or we have any kind of bullish crossover or an uptick in terms of MACD, if we're actually in an uptrend or we're in a bull market and we're going that direction with the MACD as well, you'll see every time we actually have a crossover to the upside, it would be pretty quick to the upside in terms of the price action moving a lot quicker to the top as opposed to the bottom. And whenever we have a bearish cross in terms of the MACD and we cross to the bottom, the price would just simply just go sideways for a bit. So even if you're comparing this to the whole uptrend, this is more of like a sideways, just simple consolidation price action. And as soon as you start having some sort of a crossover in terms of the MACD again, now's when the actual uptrend comes into play again, and you start seeing that the price action just fully zooms to the upside, just following the actual momentum of the MACD. Now, if you flip that, right? If you flip that, so even if we're looking now at a crossover to the bottom while we're in an uptrend, again, you'll have just a bit of a downtrend compared to the uptrend itself. It doesn't look that substantial, right? It looks very typical until you find that support. Again, once you go to the MACD back to the upside, price zooms back up. Now the opposite is true. Now we actually start making, if we're looking just simple market structure, where you're looking at an uptrend, find that you're consistently making higher highs and higher lows to the top. As soon as you start making lower lows and lower highs as you move forward, you confirmed that you're in a downtrend. And now every time we actually have a bullish crossover in the MACD to the upside, the price action actually goes sideways. It's not responsive as much as it was in an uptrend when we're here right now actually downtrending the whole time. So again, as soon as we start having bullish crossovers in the MACD, that it just is just telling you that there's so much selling pressure at the top here that no one even cared about what the MACD is doing, and the price action just fully divorced from any bullish signs, right? We ignored so many signs. Right now, in my opinion, we did spend time, half of the time that we had since the uptrend, and it's okay, in my opinion, to have that continue. Man, look, I want to get this over with. I want Bitcoin to hit the 20 or the 25 or whatever the case might be, just so we can actually just get it out of the way, right? We actually continue. We were way overextended to the bottom. I want to see that out of the way. I hate to see the 30K is the main topic of debate. Okay, sure, we dropped below the 30K. So what? What's the big deal? What are we looking at? Okay, so when do we actually, what price level do we have to go to be like, all right, good to go now? We're done. No more selling pressure. Are we going to the 0? Are we going to the 20? Where's the main support we should be looking at? The 30K was actually one of those.
10 and 20.
Sure. But we're so, in my opinion, the fact that we spent almost 2 months in this price action, and the fact that there's a lot of redistribution of assets, we saw a lot of these coins of Bitcoin being sold here, if we're taking the last time, the same Bitcoin that was actually sold here, the same exact one with the same hash rate, majority of them were actually sold from people that entered that entered during an uptrend. They entered during the peaks. They're new to the space, and now whales that have been in the market for a while are buying at these levels. Now, when we dropped to the low, we were supposed to zoom through that 30K level a while back if we're actually supposed to. We spent so much time here, so much time to compare that sure, even if we go below, I expect more buying. I expect to see a lot more big corporations actually jumping into the picture. If I stayed so long halfway through this uptrend for such a long time and with major institutions still jumping on the train, best believe that the 25K would be even a higher or more distribution of pricing or redistribution of pricing. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but we just spent too much time here that I don't think we will spend a lot more time on the bottom. We're already 55% down. If we drop below and continue to move back to the bottom side, again, I expect even more buying since majority of the market was showing that there's substantial accumulation at this level still, in my opinion. We gotta give that a bit of just a bit of weight, a bit of importance, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm bullish. I'm just saying
no,
it's okay for me if Bitcoin breaks the 30K. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, no. Like, yeah, yeah. Long term, Bitcoin will be fine. I think 30K is just significant for a lot of the reasons you just mentioned. It's the amount of time we spent. It's
Yeah.
a clear base. So the issue with losing 30K, which again we're dropping at the speed listen to mine, a daily candles closing below 30K. The issue with that is, well, a couple reasons. We're arguably breaking down from a head and shoulders. Plenty of bearish downside. Also, it would just allow the bears to take over the market for quite some time. If we lose 30K, then it starts to look like we're entering a true bear market. In that case, well, we have 395, 396 days from the all-time high of nothing of down left. So we have about a year, maybe just over a year from the all-time high. If we lose 30K, so if we lose 30K, I think May 2022 being the bottom becomes extremely likely.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm okay with it dropping. It's fine. Like let's just get all the fear out of the way. Let's just
Oh
drop
man.
and get all the way to the bottom and just call
Yeah.
it a day, you know?
Yeah. And so again, the average retracement has been 85.5% for Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes anywhere near 20K or 15K, that's near what the max drawdown typically. So whenever you get near the max drawdown, historically speaking, it starts to look a lot more attractive. So Bitcoin at 20,000 starts to look extremely attractive. Because even if you buy Bitcoin at around 20,000, it goes down further. Really, you might only have to wait, you know, 200 days before you're in profit because the average time we spend on a bottom range. So this time here, when we form a bottom, we kind of just move sideways. And if we look at the previous cycle as well, again, the time we've spent here, we form a bottom, cycle bottom, just move sideways. That average time is just under 200 days. So yeah, man, no, look, I agree. If we do correct further, I mean, you're probably gonna have to just wait and you buy it around say 20,000. You might only have to wait under a year before you're back in profit, and then have 3, 4, 5 years of profit ahead if we go into a bull market, 2024, 2025.
Yeah, and even man, even if we're talking about the short term, like I don't know if people are just if people were watching the news and all that and just keeping up in general. Grayscale unlocked 16,000
Yeah, that's huge
bitcoins
news.
yesterday, right?
Yeah,
And still overall in July, we're actually expected to have 40,000
GBTC,
bitcoins, GBTC, Grayscale
GBTC.
bitcoins, boys.
Right.
And yeah, we're expecting overall there's a lot of debate whether that's actually going to have some sort of effect on the market overall. And is it going to? We're not really sure. We're obviously seeing some sort of downtrend right now, and we
We're not
did
really
have our
sure.
worst week closing. Again, 16K. we still have almost 24,000 bitcoins that will be unlocked within the next 11 days as well. So that's can also add a pressure to the downside as well. Again, some people say that it's not really that much of a big
So
deal. Others, yeah,
it's already been unlocked.
huh?
It's already been unlocked.
16,000 bitcoins only. There's 40,000 during the month of July. So
Yeah, but
16,000 yesterday.
the majority of it's already been unlocked.
No, not even half of it. 16,000. There's 40,000 for the month of July.
No, I understand that, but okay. Well, maybe my chart's wrong, but I have a chart here from bybit, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust Unlock, it's showing when the schedule will be unlocked. So
Uh-huh.
the peak of it was 2 days ago. But hey, maybe this is wrong.
16K.
Yeah,
So 16K did get unlocked.
yeah, but the majority was already previously unlocked. According to this chart, maybe this chart's wrong.
No. So for okay. So anyways, so that's what it is right now. There's
Yeah,
also that. There's also the fact that we're looking, but look, even I don't know if you heard, man, but even Grayscale is actually looking at entering, just having their own DeFi index as well, Uniswap included, Aave, bunch of other stuff as well. So there's that also in the market right now. And honestly, look, we can analyze so much, but I just have this thing where it's overall, regardless of whatever happens right now, people need to also pay so much attention to the news, what the SEC is going to say about Bitcoin specifically. And again, it's nothing but bearishness. It's been nothing but bearishness for the past couple months, 3 months, bearish news. And with the governments continue to go in and yeah, like dropping below 30K is actually not a crazy thing still.
yeah, yeah, man. No, so in terms of winners moving forward, things I could be comfortable holding in a bear market. I mean, if Grayscale is launching a fund with Uniswap, Aave, and Compound, I mean that's the institutional market approval right there. Those things have staying power. So if you're holding Uni, Aave, Compound, I'd be extremely surprised if they weren't uh, making new all-time highs from
Oh yeah.
2023 to
Oh
2024.
yeah.
So yeah, man. And look, another reason why I'm concerned about this space is we're getting a lot of meanderings about the Fed, Americans clamping down on crypto, going after regulations with Binance, regulating Binance, coming after stablecoins. So we have a lot of regulation coming in all at once in terms of stablecoins, Binance, things that could really affect market liquidity. You have the stock market doing bad. We have the dollar doing good. We have Bitcoin putting in lower lows. We have GBTC, a massive amounts of Bitcoin being unlocked, which is not only driving away buying pressure from spot Bitcoin, but also is adding a bunch of sell pressure from the institutional side. So retail is being driven away, and then institutions are being driven towards GPTC because it's at a discount, it's cheaper than Bitcoin, and a bunch of it's being unlocked with selling pressure. Everything looks super bearish, man, in the short term. So
Oh
I
yeah.
do think that if we have daily closes below 30,000, bears have all the strength they need, send us into a true bear market. Again, that doesn't change the fundamentals. Fundamentals have been fantastic. Worst case scenario, if you're hodling, I got to hodl a year for the true bear market's over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
So man, I'm looking through the chats here. What do we have? Some people are talking about few crypto names to invest in. We got people talking about Meta Hero is the one. I'm not spamming. Must look. I don't even know what that is. Matic
NFT.
getting slammed apparently. I haven't really looked at Matic for a while. If you guys know what's happening with Matic, let us know. And what do we have here? Still not a single day candle has closed below the 30K major support
Very good
level.
point. Hasn't happened yet.
100%. 100%. Ken PDX is saying shares in the fund are unlocked, not actual Bitcoin. Yes, and that's what majority of the market is. The opinions is in it having an actual effect on the market or not. Is it going to be another metric that we need to look at? If GPTC shares start getting sold, does that mean that the actual market wants out? So it's more like, well, what kind of effect will it have on the market? And actual inflation rate is 13.5% growing. There's never been a better time to hold scarce assets. And yeah, man, I guess so.
It doesn't make any sense for us to be critical. It doesn't. Well, maybe that's too much. It does make sense. We lost parabolic structure, we lost support. But in terms of fundamentals, Americans are printing trillions. Technology's never been more advanced. Adoption's never been more advanced. We don't have true scalability yet with ETH. So there are some issues, but fundamentally we should be at a much higher price.
Definitely.
Stock to flow is predicting we should be at 80,000.
Have you been? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Have you been hearing about the million token, whatever that is? I've been hearing a lot of.
Yeah, they stole our name, man. They stole our name.
The million. Do you guys know what a million token is? Actually,
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I have no recollect. I don't even know what it is, to be honest.
Oh, it's
but
that,
I see it everywhere.
Who's
It's
that
by
guy?
Techly.
Yeah.
So he
that
made
guy's
it.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah, he's
dude.
fun.
Yeah, he made it. And I don't know how much money he made, but I think he made a lot of money. Let's see if we can pull up the graph briefly.
A million. Man,
I think he launched it. What's it called? What's the token called? Million token?
Yeah, million token.
No way. It's 271 in block. Yeah, this is
how much?
271. Man,
it's $93. How much is in supply?
I think it started at $1 or something.
That's crazy, man. What a crazy market we're in, man.
What did
we get ourselves into, man?
It's such a crazy market. Man, this thing's worth just under $100 million.
How much is in circulation? Circulating supply is only 1 million.
No.
That's crazy. Yeah, did you guys buy a million token? Let us know, I guess. But what do we?
Yeah, don't
buy a million token.
Not financial advice. Don't buy.
Please look at Meta Hero. Do you know what Meta Hero is? Not even. Okay, man.
Yeah. So guys, look. If I can just also summarize with ETH, just to briefly touch on ETH and Ethereum. Folks, Ethereum is leading indicator for the altcoin market. And ETH looks like garbage. We've lost 786 Fibonacci retracement from kind of this bottom, this top here. Not kind of, it is this bottom, this top. Right, we're gonna retest this kind of $1,700 zone. You can see that all of Ethereum's prior recent crashes, buyers came in here. You're testing this region. If we lose the 618 Fibonacci retracement, if we lose 1,730, 1,700, if we get a daily candle close below 1,700, then man, not only could we drop as a percentage much more to 1,400, 1,200, but it's also the fact that if we lose support now, we could very well enter a true bear market that's about a year and a half long, average 395 days from the all-time high.
It is at 1,700. Wow. Yeah, man. I guess so. I guess that's what it is for now.
Silver lining is we haven't lost support yet. We're just testing it. Every sign indicates that we could drop it. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's dropping right now.
Definitely.
But
so yeah, I expect Bitcoin to do something major. Honestly, this look, whenever it's actually too quiet, not a lot of volatility. Expect so much volatility to come in, either unreasonably to the upside or to the downside, obviously. But there's an explosion in price action that's waiting to happen, especially when it's been quiet for 2 months, 2.5 months, right? So expect a lot to happen, specifically with Ethereum. And look, man, there's a lot of talks with the Ethereum upgrade, Cardano upgrade as well. Alonzo Wait actually getting was successful in the past 4 days or something. So they applied that. Is that gonna affect any of this? We only need to wait and see what's gonna happen, right? I still think the crypto hype is still, looming. It's still in the area. But we need to see what happens. Obviously, now the price action is the price action, so we need to keep an eye on it. Key levels again with Ethereum, 1,770 as well. In my opinion, it was the 2K for the longest time, but again, that's where we had the breakout of the 1,770. But if that doesn't hold again, then it doesn't make sense to me, specifically that we didn't have any kind of impulse back up to a major lower high. In my opinion, still didn't occur for Ethereum. And yeah, it's kind of I don't know, in my opinion, it's kind of I hate saying price manipulated, but it doesn't make sense how long we actually stayed at those lower levels right now, sideways action, right? So not even pushes to the upside. So we need to see. We need to see what happens.
Man, I heard someone who will go unnamed put things pretty well by saying the fundamentals for crypto have always been great, and that's why over the long term everything goes up and to the right. But in the short term, price is king. And if we lose certain levels, it greatly increases the possibility that we could enter a true bear market. Now, there is a possibility that we could trace 76%, then come back up, some V-shaped recovery, like 2013, 2014. It is possible. But either way, further downside seems likely. Again, we haven't lost it yet, but it seems like we might. So, look, folks, bottom line, bull market or bear market, there is so much opportunity in this space, and you can make a 10x in a bull market, but you can make 100x. You have got to like and subscribe, because if we do enter a bear market, we're sure as shit not going anywhere. And guys, look, man, my greatest gains came from investing in this space early and holding forever. And if we do go into a true bear market, we're going to get that opportunity again. And following this channel, following our research, keeping up to date with who's developing, who's making moves in this space, will set you up for astronomical gains when the next bull cycle comes. And by the way, it's not over quite just yet. And I know you love this talking. It's not over quite just yet, but if it is over, you've got to like and subscribe, and you have got to panic sell with our bybit link. Link for that is down in the description below. FOMO buy or panic sell with our bybit link always, because regardless of whether or not you're making a profitable trade, we will make money if you use that link.
I was talking about that today. 7 point some billion in May, man. Liquidated. No stop losses whatsoever. Just straight liquidations. It's actually crazy, man.
Yeah, man. And that's bad for the market. That's not good.
It's not good.
I'm
It's
sure a lot of
immature.
people don't do. It
But yeah,
also
man.
drives away so much buying pressure. So look, man, I got pretty much most of what I wanted to say off my chest. Folks, don't panic. We may go into a true bear market. We may not be. We'll see if 30,000 holds. There's also the possibility that we could flash crash. We could flash crash, dip below 30, and then immediately get spot back up. Something like that is possible. In fact, maybe even likely. Ultimately, having some stable coins, waiting on the sidelines to see if we have a true massive crash, and then buy the absolute bottom, or wait until there's a more and more clear price structure, and maybe wait till we have many layers of bullish confirmation and buy back in with the confidence that price can see. Ultimately, like and subscribe, because we'll always tell you what we think is going on.
Definitely. And one thing I actually want to share with Bitcoin shorts on Bitfinex as well, dropping as well. From 4 days ago, we had 17,000 Bitcoins. So 17,000 Bitcoins in short positions. That's actually been decreasing heavily. And now we're actually at 4,400 some. So again, something to keep in mind. I think things are about to get extremely, extremely, extremely volatile. And that, like we said before, the longer we actually wait, the longer we waited on the 30K level, the more explosive this price action is going to be. This is the chart. I'm just sharing it right now. 17,000 Bitcoins in short positions that actually dropped to 4,100, so 4,100. And again, some people argue that doesn't really affect the market much, but it's been tied with at least some sort of a upward movement for Bitcoin, even on the short term. So we could bounce back up. We've been trying to bounce up a couple of times, not successful. We did actually drop below the 30K, and that wasn't successful either, but looks like we are trying to head back down below. And if that's the case, then better buckle up.
Buckle up, and most importantly, like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, because we will let you know what's going on. And man, look,
yeah.
Again, I think we're seeing bearish confirmation on multiple fronts. Total crypto market cap losing support. Total altcoin market cap, testing support. Again, the ways are going, the way things are going, looks like we might lose support. And this is really, really confirmation, in my opinion, of market confidence. Total crypto market cap is kind of confirmation of what the market's thinking, how it's feeling with their dollars. So when you see the total crypto market cap lose this level, guys, if the altcoin market goes below 600 billion, then we're probably gonna drop a lot. Man, look at this. Look at this super clear. I mean, how significant is this? Clear resistance, clear support. If we put in the low here, we lose 600 billion in terms of market cap and alts, we're going down. And if you look at total crypto market cap, I mean, we're already losing support. So I mean, if we put in a low, go below 1.1 trillion, we could probably see a lot more downside.
All right. And Sam, I guess Sam Caliph, please look at Meta Hero. I just liked your page, long time listener. He's saying Batman loves Hero, baby. No spam, just look at it. I've been listening for 6 months. You want to take a look at Meta Hero, man? Before Sam comes in, just haunts us in our sleep. What do we got here? What's the ticker? Sam.
Hero.
Sam Khalaf.
All right,
God
so
damn, what a choppy ass chart. Is that what we're looking at? Sam?
This is what I would describe as an illiquid market.
Is it actually it though?
I don't know if you concur.
It's a liquid as hell, man.
Yeah.
Hero wrapped ETH. I see on KuCoin, Hero Coin. Yeah, I can't really find the ticker, man. If you can send us the ticker, yes, by all means.
It's Hero. It's Hero.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, Hero. Yeah.
Sam,
yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Sam, look me in the eyes, man. Sam, stay away, man.
Look, man, away, man, if you're in profits right now, I mean, we say not financial advice, but
God damn,
I'm selling a loss. If you guys know me, I'm the most bullish person on this market. I mean, I made a bet that ETH could go over 10K this year, and if not, I'd shake my head. Look, I'll stick to my word. And I'm still holding out hope. But look, at the end of the day, guys, you got to make decisions based off rational thinking and not emotions. We could go into a true bear market. We may not. It does seem like more downside is likely. So if you're profit on anything, I mean, now's the time to consider taking profits. Not financial advice. Right there.
There we go.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we just can't find Meta Hero. Again, just based off what I'm looking at here, I don't know. It seems like 10 cents is probably relevant. On a psychological level, it does seem, again, based on the CoinGecko chart, to be some kind of price action reactivity out there. Ultimately, guys, anything in this kind of market is likely to eventually go down. So, yeah.
Truer words have never been spoken, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Sam, goddamn, man, just send it to the Discord. Send us the chart to the Discord. If you're on the Discord, then we'll actually take a look at it. He's saying that's not the chart. So send us to the Discord, and we'll actually promise you that we'll take a look at it, just for you, man, just for you.
And we tried. We tried.
Anyways, man, so I guess that's what we're having right now. I'm also good on my end. I just posted the DEX link on the Discord, so check out the Discord, man. Check out the Discord for that link for the chart if you can. Yeah, man, appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for everything. Thank you for staying late and this very long-awaited live stream. I had to address the rumors. I had to put this guy in his place. I had to show him for his true colors. And I invented this whole H2O thing, right? He just took it and ran with it. And I'm about to expose you, man. I'm about to expose you.
Look, guys, I warned you that he might try to lob some false allegations. Ultimately, we're all aware that on this side, we stick to the facts. And facts are, I stay hydrated.
You don't eat watermelons, though, man. You're drinking it like a camel, man. Are you okay?
You're just not used to hydration, and I'm aware of that. Hydration. It seems like it's like a foreign concept to it,
Hmm.
and I accept that about you. But
We
ultimately, for
come from
your
the
health,
desert, man. We come from the desert.
right? So you should know the importance
Clearly,
of
right?
hydration.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hydration is important.
Yeah,
That's the main takeaway here. And
definitely.
look, man, I just want you to be healthy. This is all coming from a place of love and concern. I'm concerned when I don't see you drink water. I have no idea if you're just going about your life all dehydrated and stuff. There's awful side effects to
Bro,
dehydration. And
look
so
at my
while you may
skin. Are
choose,
you out of your mind? Look at my skin, man.
it's lighting, man. It's all the
It's
lighting. It's
it's
special
it's
effects.
not. It's not at all.
It's all
It's
special
not at
effects and
all.
smokes and mirrors and
Bro, you don't get it. You don't get it. Anyways,
propaganda,
guys,
folks.
thank you guys
Fake
for
news.
watching.
Fake news. This man is spending fake news.
See, I
We
just messed
all
up.
know I'm vastly more hydrated. And it's not just me, by the way. It's not just me. Hold on. Don't you go anywhere. I know you're trying to have this live stream. Give me 30
Go ahead.
seconds. Go to my chart here. Go to
Go
my
ahead. We're
chart.
on your chart. You still
Okay.
need to say something. We've been
Give
here
me,
for
give
an
me,
hour, man.
I need like 5 seconds.
All
All
right.
right. It's not just me who agrees. It's the people.
Bro,
69% of our viewers, 69% of our viewers know that what the facts are. They stick to the facts. See, 69% sticks to the facts, and I mean 31%. I suppose might maybe suggest
bro,
the
but
fake news. I don't know how to
that's
interpret the data.
that's you. You need the people to tell you. I don't need the people to tell me, man. It's okay. You got it. You drink more water.
Right.
Good for you. But we
He
just
said it.
we got
He said it.
we got live
He said it.
skincare, hydration fully on point. And I just don't think you're on that level, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Well,
saying
look,
here,
man.
man.
I'm glad you can admit it.
Man, we gotta end this live stream,
I'm
bro.
sorry. I apologize to your mom, and I'm actually really sorry.
She's
That's
gonna beat you up, you know that, right?
maybe I
Don't
shouldn't have said
don't come
that.
over, man. Don't come over.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cross the line. I'm just concerned about your health. That's
It's
all.
all good, bro. It's all good.
Yeah. So,
Anyways,
folks,
guys, appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you keeping up with our BS, right?
right?
Especially, I'm sorry for keeping you guys with this guy for a couple of weeks just live streaming. I get how daunting of a task that is. So again, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. And yeah, man, I'm good.
Yeah, and like and subscribe. Messon is handling all the production and all this stuff. You see all that? You see the bar on the bottom that
As a
moves? That's
CEO,
Messon.
as a CEO, as a CEO of the company, I 100% stay behind the scenes.
Look, man,
That's what bosses do.
if you keep bringing up false claims, I'm gonna have to bring this up forward, right? Like, there's only so much I can do.
Well, how about
But
you
if you
solve it?
if you choose to escalate things, it's out of my hands. I'm gonna have to bring something forward.
Well, how about you
If we
solve it
go to the
yourself
board,
here? Solve it yourself. Come through. Let me see you. Oh man.
but what are you gonna do? You're so dehydrated. You'll just get up and get dizzy and fall.
Yeah.
You gotta drink some water. I'll bring you some water. Maybe
Bring
it'll be
gallons
more
of water so I can hit you in the face with it, man. Sorry, I'm just handling some business here. My bad.
Okay, look, man. Okay, so folks, look. Ultimately, there's some joking around here. Stick to the facts. Like and subscribe. Genuinely like and subscribe because messing responding to these live streams very late on our end. And folks, get some stable coins. If you go to a bear market, let's buy the dip. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a dip, man. I just get it over with. Drop. We've been part of it. Hold a couple of years and make a shit ton of money. Like
Definitely.
and subscribe. That's it for me.
Definitely.
Oh,
Thank you
awesome.
guys. LOL. You guys are hilarious. Alex, you're awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Sam, we're gonna check out the Discord. Send us the link, and if it's something that, if it's
I don't
some,
see it. I'm
yeah.
there.
Anyways, Sam, we didn't forget about you, man. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. Have a great night, and
I don't see a link.
stay hydrated.